Yo, what is going on? Let me adjust the camera a little bit actually. What? There we go. Crop the top of my head. Okay, that's a little too much. What is up? You guys already know what's up. Today is the day where I do the thing that is, I'm blanking so hard. Mashing. Eric James Online, hi Duel. I don't know if you saw my Twitter DM, but I was, oh, music can stop. I was wondering if you have a Blue Sky, because I want to direct you to the streamer. Here's the situation. I do have a Blue Sky, the Only Pixel 19. The problem, I don't know how to log back into it. Also, I don't really like Blue Sky. I don't really use it to scroll, but like I can't really post the stuff that I want to post. Like, I thought it'd be cool to post like videos, and like it compresses the videos really bad, and I can't post anything that's like bigger than 50 megabytes or like longer than like 15 seconds. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it is. This is 10 seconds. So I've not used Blue Sky in a while. What is this? Oh, I haven't used it in a year. Wait. In 3 days, it'll be 1 year since I've used Blue Sky. So I do have a Blue Sky. I don't have access to it at the moment. I bet I could figure it out. I just haven't tried. Or I kind of tried, and then I decided I didn't care that much. They have the video limit to 3? Okay, that's good to know. We are here. We are Charlie Kirk. SMH chat. That one might actually be even worse. Haha. Anyways, requests are open. The link is in the description, and the text is still the same one from last week. So no more text. There we go. Anyways, how are y'all doing? How's everyone doing? Hello, Banco757. Hello, Sondix. Hello, Undead-3. I'm here, raw, I slept early. Congrats. We love people that are well rested. In case anybody's curious, the song that played during the intro was Miyake's Reminiscence from Umbra Collective. Self-plug while I'm here. I uploaded a YouTube video. I know it's crazy. YouTuber uploads YouTube video. Fork Found in Kitchen type beat. Uploaded a YouTube video where I marathoned a bunch of underground discographies. Umbra Collective was one of them. And you guys can watch that video if you'd like. It is up as of 2 days ago, I guess. And it looks like this. Whoop. There we go. It looks like this. If it wants to load. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me, Mom. I made it. A marathon the underground scene. Anyways, enough self-plugging. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone chilling? What is everyone up to? Today is Thursday, which means the usual. I'm looking forward to a nice shower, a nice meal, and a nice nap time after this stream. This is the second last stream before my vacation. So if you guys got ideas, this is the stream to do it, or the next one, and then I'm going to be gone for a while. Otherwise, not much has been happening in my life, can't complain. Been doing a ton of health checkups, making sure my body is in good shape before my vacation. Because the last time something bad happened, it was 5 hours before I was supposed to get on a flight. So better I'm figuring that out now, at least where I can. And otherwise, can't complain. The weather's getting really bad here. Well, cold. It's getting a lot colder. Apparently it's going to be like minus 25 tomorrow night, and that's before the wind chill. So it's going to be even colder than minus 25 Celsius, by the way, for the Americans. What would that be in Celsius? Celsius to Fahrenheit. Minus 26 is minus 14, almost minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a little cold. But it's alright, we ball. Got our first request of the stream, so I guess we'll dive right into it. We've got from Eric James Asterisk, wants me to mash up I'm Cold's Harvest and Shield by Onumi. Shoutouts Onumi. Are they still around? I mean, I guess they'd still be around. I remember their music as distinctly being like usually mid-tempo and very loud. They were very good at making very loud music. And that's what I recall from them. But yeah, otherwise, the next week and a half that I have while I'm still at my computer in my residence, I need to make 45 YouTube shorts, maybe a bit closer to 60. I need to make 60 YouTube shorts so that I can continue uploading while I'm gone. So that's going to be my big mission these next couple days, along with the normal things like packing. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, otherwise, cannot complain. I was told there was Blender happening. To be fair, I said not the animation software, but yes, I will be blending music together into mashups, as we do every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this YouTube channel at TheOnlyPixel19. I'm so good at plugging myself. All right, send. Oh, I guess I can put the text now that I know the first one. So what was it? I'm cold. No, I'm cold as the artist. Harvest X Shield. And there's probably a capital letter somewhere. If you want to mess with Blender though, hit me up. I'll show you some cool stuff. Blender is definitely something that I'm always 50-50 on, where I'm like, I need to learn this software. It's very powerful. And then I'm just like and then on the other hand, I'm like, the learning curve is way too high. I should just get better at After Effects. And that's usually the second one is usually where I end up committing my time to. Is I'm just like, I'd rather get a little better at After Effects than commit to learning a brand new program. Although whenever I have like Blender ideas, I bother Barry Fruit, or formerly known as Barry Fruit, now just Barry. He makes really cool, some pretty cool Blender stuff. He's done some stuff for Simulcast because I asked him to. So shouts out Barry. Okay, since you don't have access to your Blue Sky account, I want to direct you to the streamer's Discord. Same username as here, I assume. Yes, I believe I'm the only Pixel 19 at everything, on everything. All right, did I download the music? I don't know if I downloaded the music. Now I've downloaded the music. Quadruple A batteries 1330. What would you use Blender for? I think it would just be cool to make like my first thought is I want to do cool like 3D graphic stuff with like logos, right? Like taking like a vector, making it 3D, spinning, making it reflect like it's metal or something, or see through and reflect with the light like glass, you know. Very, very basic stuff. I'm not looking to do anything like, I'm not trying to build a landscape or a world or anything like that. So I think something to that degree, like show visuals, is very attainable with my limited knowledge of 3D softwares. But at least a big part of the reason is also just availability of time. I did not have that much free time. I'm gonna have a lot more free time this year, so I do want to learn some new stuff. However, something that I am learning to do, which is nothing in the realm of media or computer stuff, is learning to cook. I want to learn how to cook, which, listen, I say this as a very uneducated chef, I guess you could say, right? I have no intuition when it comes to cooking, but I can follow instructions. And I feel like good cooking, like the majority of good cooking, is just knowing how to follow instructions. That is my hot take. Maybe I will eat those words later. And I will eat those words because I'm a chef. Ha, I got him. But yeah, I never get the chance to cook because I'm very fortunate that I live with my family. But there's always food available for me to just yoink. So I never get a chance to make my own food. I think if I really wanted to, I could, but if I don't got to think about making food, I could just go to doing music, doing videos, stuff like that. So that is something I'm changing this year. I'm self-improving. That is the goal. I also want to work out. I need to work out. I went to the doctor. Doctor said I have to work out. So I'm going to do more of that. A lot more of that. This is my self-improvement year, guys. What is it? This is my intermission? No, intermission is not the right word. I'm blanking. Filler episode. This is my filler year, my filler episode, all right? I'm making up for lost time. That's my goal. All right, I am talking too much. Here we go. We got our first mashup of the stream. So Eric James Asterisk requested that I mash up Anumi's Shield and I'm Cold Harvest. You said C, song info, number 1. I think the off drop sections are in F minor, but the drops are in E, which also applies to song number 2. That is a crazy coincidence, which we will definitely have fun with. Delete. Okay. I'm going to catch up on the chat here before I lock in. Okay, lol, those 2015 gaming intros, exactly. I need a Call a Wild shirt like that, high key. Yeah, I got it for participating in 2018. Is it not available on the Monstercat shop anymore? I haven't checked the Monstercat shop in years, to be honest. Monstercat, was it monstercat.shop? That is not a site that exists. All right, Monstercat shop, search. There it is. Oh, shop.monstercat. I forget that's the meta. You gotta do shop dot and then whatever you want to do. When was the last time Monstercat dropped new merch? That looks new to me. That's red. I guess there's no Call the Wild shirt. I gotta treat this one a little nicer then if there's no more Call the Wild shirt. I wanted the coin. I wanted the coin. I never got it. Anyways, I liked saving money by going to Monstercat compound and buying merch there. So the fact that there hasn't been a compound in years means I probably will not be buying Monstercat merch anytime soon, if ever. But we'll see. What else is there? I arrive. Hello, Phantom Portal 2. Gonna submit. Sup, Phantom Portal 2. We're doing harvest early. 0th world issues. Yeah, true. Intervention. Submitted. 2025 was warm up. 2026 it's game time. True. Interlude. True. Actually, what if I made you a mash the same thing from last week? Then I'll try to do something different, I guess. Do cha-cha. 2018 is a while ago. While rip BRB. Meanwhile, me living off the other side of the planet. All right, I am caught up. Now I will lock in. For real, on God, no cap. Here we go. So I'm not going to start the timer yet. I'm turning up the volume, so watch your ears. I actually recorded I think I recorded a YouTube short with Harvest. I haven't published it yet, but I do have one Harvest short that I will be posting at some point in the near future. So this is 95 is what I see here. I think this song is the same key all throughout. Excuse me. No, I think this song is the same key in its entirety. Now let's see. We got Shield. I'm more so. Is this loud? That is loud. All right, that's the classic Anumi. We're going to not mess with the. Actually, I should probably do it the other way around. If I mess with the mastering of Shield, it'll probably equalize the loudness a little bit. Oh wait, where's the chat? Whoop! There we go. There's the chat. Holy loudness. Oh, I did not put this to the correct tempo. This might be TMI, but I feel a sneeze coming. Do with that information what you will. Wait. I recognize that sample. That's the freaking Kiro, it's the Kiro sample. Yeah, Kiro reference. Kiro. Kiro reference in the big 26. It's gonna drive me bonkers if I don't remember the name of the song. Hold on. K-U-R-R-O. No, it's K-U-U-R-O. Kuro. There we go. Kuro. It is, I'm not looking at the chat, no spoilers. Obsession? Kuro Obsession, isn't that a song? Possession, there we go. I was close. Load. Anumi reference. All right. You right. So this is the only part here that is not the correct key. So we just hit him with one of these. key. Hella loud. I'm just gonna start the timer. I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling good on this one. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking. What if we made Harvest really loud too? That is what I'm thinking. In this episode, we'll be making music very loud. I didn't even put these in their channels. That would probably help. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Bro, I cannot. The longer I look at this, the 10-year user of FL Studio, by the way, I still don't know where the plugins are. Wave Shaper. I lost like 20 seconds looking for this damn plugin. Okay. Here. Oh, what is that? Tinnitus simulator. Oh, it's in Harvest. Nuh-uh, I don't like that. It's in my left ear too. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's 2026. We care about our hearing now. Protect your ears. Or else. It switches over to my right ear. This is crazy meta going on here. We're gonna do this. Okay, so that's where the next drop is. This build is too long. Holy bass sweep. That's funny. That is a good satisfying sound. We're gonna just trim that. Hit it with one of these. Maybe not. I got 30 seconds. We're gonna do this. Hit him with one of these, hit him with one of those. Oh, Oh, this is not gonna line up. Nope, that's not satisfying. We'll just let it play it out as is. That's a very long intro. I'm probably not going to play that out in full, but it's all right. I think if I was to really try to clean this up, I really need to get the destruction of the Harvest. I just need to blow out the speakers with Harvest, because right now without this Fruity Wave Shaper and this EQ, too quiet. We need to get it on par with the Anumi track, or like I said, I could have ruined the master of the Anumi track to get it a little bit closer to the loudness of Harvest. Both are options. I don't know which one's better, but both of them are options. I'm gonna catch up on the chat here super quick. Hold up, the video's out of sync with the audio. Never mind. That's not TMI. I know it's not. Brace for sneeze. I guess it never came. There it is. There's Nilo Obsession. True. Blunder. Also, the streamer you'll be DMing is named The Black Parrot, just so you know, in case you get caught off guard by a random friend request. Good to know. I'll keep an eye out for it. Not gonna lie, if I had a perk like Mash downloads for the $150 tier, I'd probably get it. For legal reasons, I probably should not be giving out mashup downloads. So I think for the time being that won't happen. And also, I want you to keep your money. Treat yourself. Flunder, if you will. Get out of here, Barry. I will not take FL slander in this stream. Pay to win music matchmaking. True. All right, we're going to play this out, and then we'll move on to the next request, which is from Undead, who wants me to mash up Virtue A Paradise by StarDrunk95 and Bellella with Loose Ends by Space Laces. We don't get Space Laces very often, but I should listen to more Space Laces, because the way people speak about Space Laces, he's like the god of production. If Skrillex wasn't a thing, people would say Space Laces was basically Skrillex. Is kind of the vibe that I get. So I should get on that. I'm a little uncultured. Anyways, here we go. Pretty okie dokie. I didn't realize that this part of the mashup, or this part of Shield, I guess had some elements of both E minor and F minor, which is why I ended up extending the E, well, I pitched it down, so it is, yeah, I extended the E minor portion, or the F minor, which was key changed, and I shortened this, because it's too long. I could probably shorten it even more. Let's do something like this. Whoop. Do-do-do-dun-dun. Easy, just shrank this mashup by hella long. There we go. It's alright. It definitely needs work in the mixing mastering portion. There's a bit of creativity there for some fun cuts, but I gotta blow up Harvest basically to make it comparable. What are we titling this? We got Harvest and Shield. Shield Harvest. I don't know. Today is January. Facts. $22nd. And the name of this mashup is, I'm going to call it Shield Harvest, I guess. I don't really know. Something basic, gets the point across. Enter. Let me catch up over here. What have I missed out on? Thanks for the mash. Space Aces is a mix king. I do hear that one quite a bit as well. Space, although like, I would need more context. I don't know what makes him the mix king. Like, I don't consider his music loud, but I guess it's clean. Like, I always hear people complimenting Space Ace's drums too. So, Drum King, I've heard. Space Ace has been active for as long as Skrillex, hasn't he? I think you might be correct. He started back in 2006. Changed his name to Space Ace in 2010. Welcome back. Goated Mash, thanks. Shiest, shielding my harvest. The crunch method. I am aware of the Space Laces crunch method. All right. Next mashup request we got. Why is this so short? Why is that so short? Is this from like so Loose Ends is the Space Laces track. Is that from like a Voltage mix? This is all we get? Is this like 30 seconds? It's like a minute 4. Fair enough. And then we got Virtual Paradise. So you typoed. You put Virtual Paradise. I was confused. I was like, who would name this Virtual Paradise if it wasn't like supposed to be a gag off of the like the memes or whatever. It's off his Voltage mixtape. Gotcha. Okay. Cooking. Alright, so let me change the text while I remember. Virtual Paradise X Loose Ends. In all caps. The thing Skrill did with Fuss. Starjunk mentioned Holy Hell. Listen, Skrillex, alright, no one likes talking about it, alright? But I can't stay silent any longer. Skrillex did not plagiarize Space Laces. Skrillex plagiarized Me Bro and Thirst. Alright? That is my headcanon, as the cool kids say. Alright? First we got Voltage, then we got After Hours, and then we got FUS, alright? Never forgetty. That does not look like they are the same tempo, but we will fix that. I'm guessing it's 128. Would you look at that? It's 128. Yes. We're gonna ruin Space Laces mix here, unfortunately. Oh, I see the vision. Well, almost. What kind of second drop we got here? Oh, we're going speedy mode. We're going speedy mode on the beat here. Alrighty. I think I have an idea. Let me listen to a little bit more of the Space Lasers track. So really, the only part of the drop I have is this. Because once we get here, it starts transitioning into the next track. So that's all I got. That's the only part of the drop I got, and I got the intro, basically. So that's what I'm working with here, if I understand correctly. Hello, Borfextra. Alright, so you're giving me a song. You're giving me a song that is similar, and then with a tempo, sped up tempo second drop, and then you're giving me basically, what is this, 30 seconds? I've got 38 seconds of a Space Lasers track. Alright. This will be fun. So here is my idea. Hear me out. I'm kidding. You guys aren't going to hear me out. We're just going to start. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to match the melody. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. I'm going to make a little mental note here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Dog of Wisdom. Uh-oh. Can we get away with that? Yeah, I think we can get away with that. And then last one. Whoop. Whoop. No. Whoop. Oh, that's the same key. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, this is right here. Bam. Okay, first half done. I'm choking. Deleting that. Short mash. Which one, number one or number two? Trying to decide the other song. Which one? Oh, which one? Number one or number two? Number two. is gonna sound weird, maybe. Okay, good enough, good enough. Actually, I want to just delete that, make my life a little bit easier. Copy, paste, delete the kick. Nope, delete that kick. We're getting rid of those vocals. This is a no vocals mashup. We're going straight to the good part. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit of vocals as a treat. A little bit of vocals as a treat. Here's what we are going to do. I know the timer's almost up, but this should... Hey, I said, I know the timer is almost up. You don't gotta interrupt me when I'm speaking. Never interrupt your opponent when they're making a mistake. And let me tell you, I'm about to make a mistake right here, all right? So leave me alone while I make my mistakes. So, what I was gonna say is I want to do... I'm assuming it's 140, and if it's not 140, then I'm gonna have a bad time. Am I goated with the sauce? 140 tempo read. All right, so basically I'm just gonna copy paste this, and this should just work. Okay, how does the pre-drop go? All right, we're just gonna have to roll with that. I'm actually going to do one more thing. Make unique. I'm going to project tempo and hope that doesn't ruin anything. That is going to ruin it. Oh, it's not. Might ruin stuff. All right, anyways, here we are. We got Virtual Paradise with Loose Ends. Well, Stardrunks 95 with Balala's Virtual Paradise and Space Lace's Loose Ends. W efficiency. That's what we do around these parts. Reconnect 1857. A fish in sea. That's a good one. All right, here we go. Also, next mashup is Venko. right, no one. Listen, there's not much going on here. All right, I can talk over it just a little bit. So we're gonna do a little peek behind the curtains. The next mashup by Benko is going to be Critical by Hole and AFK, with Heaven Party by Lich. I recognize AFK, but I see Hole, so I'm expecting that classic Hole sample. Can I import the songs before the drop? Song 1, song 2, there we go, that wasn't that hard. Here we go. Neato. Yeah, I don't like this midsection, although there's not really much I can do about it. But it's cool. I could probably do something a little more synergy, a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Harmony. I could probably harmonize the two sections of the two songs a little better. But this came out pretty well for a 38-second track that I had to work with. I'll take it. I think. And both drops are pretty different. I will take it. This is a good combo, and I think I saw some good mashup titles as well. What did I see? So this is Virtual. What is this called? Virtual Paradise and Loose Ends. So we've got Virtual Ends. We've got Loose Paradise, Virtual Loose Virtual Paradise End, Virtual End. So we got a couple ideas. I think I like Paradise Ends though, which I think I saw Benko mention. Actually, that sounds better. We got one voter waiting on one more voter. Womp Womp Rhythm coming. True. Damn Hole. Radio Odd Conversation. Lama for real. Maybe I'll throw this mashup again for a full track is released. Good mash. Loose Ending. My Paradise. All right, I'm going with Paradise Ends. Enter. Saved. All right, we're going to the next mashup. I need to reset tempo as well before I forget. There we go. Keep dreaming, bam, 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 bam. All right, I've got no idea what to expect from either of these songs. All I know is that allegedly one is 145 E minor and the other one is 150 E minor. So we've got a bit to work with. Let's see. We've got AFK and Hole's Critical. Where's the classic Hole sample? Where's the classic Hole sample? Nope. I'm looking for that. Nope. Nope. Where's the Hole sample? This is not a Hole track. Nope. I feel misled. Unfortunate. What is this here? Okay, crisp, clean, nice. And then we've got Heaven Party. Yeah, that's very, very wompy, very, very goofy, very silly. So here's the deal, all right? What's Heaven Party? Heaven Party is 150, so we're gonna stretch that one. 150. Did I put them in their channels? I did. Fruity limiter. I thought that maybe this isn't my template. My template would have all the limiters, but I guess not. me put this in the correct tempo. The only thing that's a little weird is it's like triplets, I think. Which could be weird. We'll have to see. Text, by the way, I see. Critical X, capital L X, Heaven Party. Heaven. Yeah, that's how you spell party. Party. There we go. What would this? Is it going to be critical party, critical heaven? Those are kind of the two only options, I guess. Either could work. Whoops. Here's what I'm thinking. I am going to extract the stems of Heaven Party. I want no drums. I only want the womps. And then I'm just going to crank up the womps, maybe high pass them, and then that's going to be the mashup. That's the idea that I've got. That's the idea that I got, and I think is the idea we will move forward with. So we'll let that happen. I'm going to stack the box here on top of the chat. There we go. Oh, I can't click on anything else. Wait, I can stack this box on top of this box. There we go. We got a tower going. I cannot click the cat jam. Hi, Duel. How are you? I'm doing all right. I cannot complain. I've got a little vacation that I'm going on soon. So actually, you gave me the opportunity to mention. And if you guys didn't hear at the beginning of the stream, this is the second last stream before my vacation. Last week I will be doing a stream. So if y'all got any ideas, make sure to bring them next week, or else I will be gone for like a month and a half. But I'll try to make a YouTube post because I know not everyone's in my Discord. So we'll do that. Otherwise, doing all right, can't complain. I'm trying to think about what I did today, but it's just I woke up, I went to work, and I came home. That's what I do. Those are my Thursdays. The classic 9 to 5. I wake up, realize I'm getting to work late. I didn't get to eat my banana. I brought a banana to work. I couldn't eat it because it was black for some reason. So I was just like, I don't think it's good. So I threw it out, unfortunately. Don't like the food. Don't like to waste food. But I also don't want to get sick, especially before my trip. So you win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. There are many other fruits in the world to eat. Maybe tonight I'll eat some apples or something to make up for it. Hole and AFK's use of the trap snare reminds me of Space Laces / Master Hand. I have not heard a single Master Hand track. I probably should get around to that at some point. All right, we've got the tracks. We got the track extracted. What are we working with here? If I mute this. No bass. No bass. I can't wait for Master Hand to drop anything. They haven't dropped anything? When was Master Hand announced? Master Hand. Let's call it this. Master Hand, yeah. Master Hand. Okay, I know what this... Master Hand is... Alright, I got a page here. So I know they've done sets. There was one thing that I think that Master Hand did that was really cool, which is apparently for like one of their shows, they got all 3 of their members to play different shows in different cities, but at the exact same time, which is cool. That's pretty cool. When was the first post? 126 weeks ago. If my math is correct, that is 2.5 years ago. So there's not been any music, really? Damn. Wild. Am late. Hello, next coiled. Phantom Portal 2 submitted. Sounds good. Around 2023, 2024, no releases since then, though. They're holding on for as long as possible. Well, that makes me feel a little better about not having heard any of Master Hand's music, I guess. Alright, I guess I'll just press play on the timer and we'll see what my brain comes up with. And what happens if I do this? I mean, there we go. Mashup done. All right. I'll call it a day. No, I'm kidding. I have a couple of things that I would like to do. So first of all, since the mashup is kind of just done, I want to add sidechain. So I'll do that. If I don't spend 20 seconds looking for the plugin that I always use every single time for the last like 5 years, there it is. Fruity Balance, my beloved. I forget how long a kick is. Let's do this and adjust it as needed. I did not mean to do that. There we go. Every single stream must be so interesting. It's almost like I'm using FL Studio for the first time every single stream. I need to make one of those videos where it's like playing Minecraft, doing a blind playthrough of Minecraft, but it's doing a blind playthrough of FL Studio. Okie dokie, we'll do the exact same thing, but over here on the kick, copy, paste. This song is pretty short. I guess I could just do this. I don't need any of those actually. I'm gonna just do this. Crop here, I guess. There we go. Crossfade. Cut this. Only thing I don't like is that it's almost like it's like off. It's not off, but it sounds off. For brevity, I'm going to not play out this entire drop because it is a long one, in my opinion. So we're just going to cut to the part where the drop ends, and then we get a second drop. Well, I don't like that audio click. There we go. Okay. We can shorten this, do it all over again, run it back, round 2, type beat, copy, copy, and paste right over here. Boop. Wait, did I screw up? I did screw up. I need to push it over 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then I will also just copy and paste it again for the love of the game. There we go. Long drop, long drop. Oh wait, that's not supposed to go there. This is supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh wait, I gotta double this as well. Trim, cut, drag and drop, cut, copy, duplicate. Okay, now the mashup is basically done. I got nothing left here. I could maybe spice it up. Maybe I'll do a little bit of EQing for the last 30 seconds here. Ooh, I have an idea. What if I did I'd have to put this in a different channel. I got time. Put here, put it into here, reset time, this channel out, that channel. Did I put the right? Oh, I think I put the wrong one. No, I did. Hold on, I'm good. Hold on, 15 seconds. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know, maybe that's cool. Maybe that's cool. Is that cool? Chat, does this go hard? Okay, I guess it gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of something extra. Sometimes I know just a minuscule amount of sound design that I have learned, and that's about it. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you liked it. All right, before I play this out, heads up, the next mashup is Sondix wants me to mash up The Devil's Den by Skrillex and Wolfgang Gartner with Sweet by AU5, IYFFE, and Erratic. I think Sweet might be one of my favorite Monstercat songs of all time. I say might because it's been so long since I've listened to it. But like I think it's Sweet. If it's not Sweet, it's a different IYFFE song. But I'm looking forward to mashing that. Although the keys look a little scary, but we'll see. Anyways, we'll play this out. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, we'll play this out. Here we go. Probably should have shortened the outro a little bit. That was cool. Worked out pretty well. I think the delay was a nice little effect, nice little treat to add onto it. One thing I wanted to point out, when I heard Heaven Party for the first time, the first song that came to my mind is this song, Cybertron's Owl Adventure, which I don't think is as wonky, but it is kind of as goofy. Holy moly, they listened to their own song 110 times after it released. That's kind of funny. Be your own #1 biggest fan.
FDP gang.
Goofy song, but I really like it. I really like that song. Alrighty, before we move on, I want to show you guys something a little bit funny, which I've taken a look at. So, as some of you may know, there are Discord scammers, alright? And I noticed a pattern, which is that every Discord scam that we've banned from my Discord server in recency assign themselves, so we have pronoun roles, and one of the pronoun roles is ask my pronouns. And I noticed that every scammer every account that ended up posting like scams assign themselves the ask my pronouns role. I'm guessing the bot selects like the last option or something. And today somebody joined with the ask my pronouns role, and I was just like, are you a scammer? Don't hurt my feelings. And then it turns out, oh my goodness, my Discord's so skinny. Ugh. Turns out they also joined, and it's deleted. When they joined, it said likely scammer. Anyways, I guess they posted a scam while I was gone. So if someone uses ask my pronouns, they are a scammer. That is what I've learned. Very logical conclusion to come to. No, obviously not the case, but at least it'll help a little bit. it'll help in seeing if somebody joins, if they're a scammer or not. Oh well, is what it is. Thought that was a little funny. Next mashup request. Oh, I already mentioned the tracks. It's The Devil's Den and Sweet. So I will. Did I import them yet? Oh, I didn't even export the project. Let me do that first. File, export, zip loop package. We are titling this. I want to title this Critical Heaven. Critical Heaven or Critical Party? Critical Party. I think I like Critical Party more. Actually, I'm going to do Critical Heaven, because if I do Critical Party, my first thought is Tokyo Machines Party. And I don't want to have that thought. Def one of the weirdest roundtable EPs. I'm pretty sure there's been weirder. Winkler, Scam/Mer, true. Not all are, though, true. Criticaling it, moist criticaling it even. True. Alright, I save the project. Delete. Sweet. And Devil's Den. Alright, firstly, for myself, is this the song that I really like? No, it's not. It is... Now I have to find it. Hold on. I.Y.F.F.E. Jurassic. Wait, was that a solo? No. No, it was not Jurassic. Oh, here to Love Hangover. Holy banger. Although it's not a Monster Cat release by technicality, I think, but is what no, I think it is actually. The one fun fact I keep on getting is that like IYFFE was like 13 or 14 when they dropped those songs. So like that's just mind blowing to me. That A, they were that age when they dropped those songs, and then B, that they never ended up dropping more music afterwards. Elementary school got too busy, I guess. Sweet X, The Devil's Den. Okie dokie. All right, what do we got here? Now, Sweet is a good song, though. Sweet is a hella good song. Classic 128. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so you said The Devil's Den is C sharp major is A sharp minor. A sharp minor and F sharp minor. Are they harmonic? They are not harmonic. They are, so let's see, A sharp minor is B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp. Okay, I gotta go down. So A, G sharp, G, F sharp. 4 keys. Good to know. Okay, that's 1. That sounds loud. Devil. So my 2 options are, I think I'm gonna do a classic. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm just gonna make them meet in the middle. So I'm thinking if I do G, G sharp, and then I do A, G, yeah, that should work, I think. G, G sharp, A, G sharp, yeah, that should work. All right, so we're gonna do suite up 2 keys. We're gonna night chord it. We need more G sharp dubstep, all right? We got too much of the D sharp stuff. I love D sharp. D sharp is a great key. But we need to explore new horizons. And then we're gonna do, and then we do this. I'm done. Now we'll do something a little fancier, but this is already pretty promising. I'm just gonna press play. We'll see on the timer. We'll see what I can do. My first thought is this needs a lot more high end. That is my first thought. Okay, I think it's close enough in volume. I need to shrink the, what do you call this, intro. I need to shrink the intro. So I'm probably gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. This math is taking me way too long. I feel like if there was survival of the fittest in the music world, I probably should not have been around. Let's do this, this, and that, you guys, is a master at work. All right, how am I doing this? I have a fun idea. What if I hit him with one of these? And then I hit him with like a... Ooh, okay. Ooh! I forgot the last one. We'll do it again over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What if I do it the other way around? Because the other track also does a little bit of the, what is it, 8-note, quarter notes type beat. Hey. Hit him with one of these. This one kind of does the super quick notes, but which one does that? They can play. There we go. Do that one as well. I don't have time for a second drop, but that's alright. What is going on here? And that works out. Ooh, I have an idea. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. Hey. I gotta do it over here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that. Do this. Nope. Do this. Yes. We gotta do it over here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And doot. I want no devil. Just gonna let that play out. I want to shrink. No, I like this mashup. I don't want this mashup to end. I'm having so much fun. I'm out here frolicking in my DAW. I'm having fun. And then drag this over. I'm not gonna do a second drop. I'm just gonna. How does the second drop go? Just out of curiosity. Halftime, fair enough. Wait, doesn't Sweet also have halftime drop? Nope. Nope, I was mistaken. Alright, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to cut it here, but I'm going to allow, there, I'm just going to leave all of that there so that maybe if I decide to finish this or polish it up. To be honest, I'm probably not going to polish this up, and the only reason is I just think the songs are a little too old, a little too far apart from each other to really polish this up to a standard that I would be happy with. But I had fun with it. And that's what matters, all right? Shrink. Nope, I clicked the wrong one. That's a little weird. I'll just do this. Actually, I want to cut that and do this. Something like that. I'll be happy with that. All righty. Yeah, I think this is done. I'm going to catch up on the chat here. He's going for the world record. Sweeting it. True. All right. I thoroughly enjoyed this mashup. This came out. I mean, I'd never heard The Devil's Den before, so I didn't really have expectations. But once I made the two songs G sharp minor, I was like, this is going to work. And it did work pretty well. So, good suggestion. Thank you. I think it was Sondix. Let me double check. Thank you, Sondix. Thumbs up. All right, before I go, actually, I'm going to, next mashup is, Fan of Portal 2 wants me to mash up Harvest. We're going round 2 for Harvest on this stream with Glad You Came with a bunch of spaces. Also, there's 2 bullet points. No, sorry, there's 3 bullet points, 2 periods, a degree sign, a star, a comma, a period, I don't think those are commas or periods. I don't know. There's just a bunch of symbols. A lot of spaces as well. By an artist named Fireboy and Water Girl. Isn't it Fire Girl and Water Boy, or am I mistaken? Oh, I think that's a Disney movie. Hold on. Fireboy, Water Girl. Enter. Oh, wait. Wait, I just searched up literally the thing. So I said Water Boy, Fire Girl. Is that the Disney one? Fireboy, Water Boy. I'm confusing myself. Oh, so okay. Water Boy, Fire Girl is the Disney one. The OG, the real one, real OGs know. All right, Fireboy and Water Girl. And then the super OGs remember Shark Girl and Lava Boy. I screwed that up. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. There we go. Real ones know, right? Anyways, we'll play this out. Neat. It would have been a really good idea had if I spent just at least 30 seconds listening to the intro, because that was the worst dichotomy of two songs. But then you got to the drop, and it was like, all right, saved. I also completely forgot that Sweet has like one entire measure, which is just a fake out. Nope, that's not it. So the melodies did not match up at all here, but that is a lesson for another time. Wait, so did they make a movie about the game? No, I don't think so, but I also didn't watch it. I just think they blatantly kind of just ripped it off and called it a day. I mean, I don't think the game had any lore, but I guess it wasn't maybe protected by copyright, and also they flipped it. Like if it was Fireboy and Water Girl, then maybe like there'd be some legal basis, but because they flipped it around, they could just be like, any relation to events that may or may not have happened is completely coincidental and not based off of real life events. I love this, is so sick. They didn't make a movie out of the game at Sonics, I remember that. Alrighty, let's save this file, export zipped loop package. This is, what are we calling this? It's a Sweet and the Devil's Den. So here's what I'm thinking, right? The Sweet Devil. The Sweet Devil. I think that's fair. Excuse me. Very logical name for a mashup, I reckon. Delete. All right, we got our next request by Fan of Portal 2. We're running back harvest because we can never get enough harvest. We came for a bountiful harvest is what we want. And so that's what you guys are getting. Elementals. I think the movie predates the game. No, the movie does not predate the game. Don't hurt me like that. Hold on. Elementals movie. Enter. 2023. Elemental 2023. All right. All right. Make a note of that. Fire, boy, water, girl. Released between 2000. Okay, what is this range? Released between 2009 and 2021. Why did they decide the game could not have been released after 2021, but it could have been released within the last 18 years between that? Is it 18? 2021 minus 2019 or 2009? I'll pull up the calc. 2021 minus 2009. Enter. 12 years. Yes, we don't know. It existed at some point within the last 12 years. You just gotta take our word for it. But this is an old game. This is an old game. You know what? No more mashups. All right. We're playing video games now. I haven't played this game in so long. Holy moly. Can I zoom in a little more? Oh, there's literally a full screen button right here. Wait, watch an ad for... We're not watching an ad. I'm playing one level. We've derailed it. We've done it. Use... Why did I zoom in? Ugh! AWD to move water girl. AWD arrow keys. Alright, I'm playing both. So, boy. I gotta jump, right? Yeah. Ugh! Hold on. I'm gonna mute this. Too loud. Ooh. Speedrun. Ooh. There we go. Buttons, however, must be held. Okay, you can stay there. Why can't I get this diamond? Oh, the girl gotta get it. I can reach it. No, I cannot reach it. No, I can reach it, and girl will go. Girl will jump, guy will get off, girl will jump. They go together, they both pushing. Did I just soft lock? No, I did not. Get up here, get up here. Ooh! There we go, get the diamond. And I gotta line them up. You go here, you go there. 1 minute, 7 seconds. Oh, there's a speed aspect. Anyways, back to mashing. The Sweet Den, I guess it would have also been a good option. They're completely different premises, or they're both almost the same song length. Not until Shark Boy. Oh, Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Isn't Shark Boy and Lava Girl from like it's a 2005 film, so older than any range of years, but I'm pretty sure they're not related. Cool Math Games, get hype. All right, well, let's lock back in. So we got Harvest, 95, E minor, and then D major. What is D major? D major is B minor, so we could maybe get away with it being harmonic. Oh, let me close all those. My apologies. So we know how Harvest sounds like. What does Glad You Came sound like? If I don't hear the I'm glad you came, I'm glad you came, I freaking keep on. I stuttered so hard. Loudness. Holy moly. So loud. Did I hear More Kismet? No, it's not More Kismet's. Stop posting about Among Us.
Reinforcements. My computer in water.
You're stupid, ugly, ugly, ugly.
Damn, okay, my bad. Alrighty, gaming stream, Dubstep 2. Alright, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, to be honest. I think the only logical conclusion is, I guess, the first drop of both, but it's so loud. Damn, didn't know you fucked with Dario Core. I've never gone out of my way to like look for it, but like there's some good stuff. Now we're back to this. Oh, we gotta blow out Harvest again here. Ugh. Okay, it's 95. I'm gonna multiply it by 2. That's 190 BPM, and the other one is 82, which would be 164 BPM. 82 times 2 is 81664. Yep, sounds about right. Where's the second drop? Okay, that might be a little too slow. Isn't that NCS? Wop, 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 wop. Yeah, we gotta make it double time, so this is too slow. Okay, so we're gonna scratch that. This is 95 BPM. Oh, I didn't even start the timer. Whoopsie daisy. We'll start the timer now, I guess. I was talking to Final Portal 2. I see how it is. I see how it is. I mean, some of it's good, I guess, when done correctly. Glad you came. It's 82. OMFG, hello. Maybe OMFG. Maybe might have been on NCS actually, but Def isn't now. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, now I just gotta get the keys right. E. Not E. Well, I guess I should just do this. How about I do 7? Daria Core Harvest. Yeah, screw it, whatever. Whatever, bud. I just work here. Whoops. We're not going for cohesion. We're just going for the making the busiest mashup possible. That's kind of the only reasonable idea I've got here. You don't listen to Daria Core for the cohesion. Or Daria Core can be cohesive, but you still go for it because it's like chaotic. Sure. Sure, buddy, pal, homie, amigo. Why is the intro like off by a beat? Oh, do I have the wrong tempo? Whoopsie daisies. Let's see. Boop. It's 165. Save. Alright, that helps our case just a little bit. I think I'm just going to cut this entirely and just shrink this like that. I got 1 minute and a half. That's an easy second drop, which was probably just going to be the second one, and then just hella sidechain type beat. Control C, Control V, or V. And then we need an outro. I'm just going to use this because that'll make my life a little easier.
3 minutes. You're stupid. Ugly. Ugly. Ugly.
For real, bro. On God, no cap. All right.
You're stupid.
There we go. I think the mashup is done. I think it's pretty okie dokie. If we don't set our expectations too high, I think it's all right. I'll take it. Could I make Harvest louder maybe? A little bit louder. A little bit louder as a treat. All right. I'll take it. I'm actually kind of content with that mashup. Let me see here. I've been streaming for 1 hour and a half. I've done 5 mashups in an hour and a half. It's like one every 12 minutes or so, maybe. I'll take it. Before I play the mashup in full, next request is from nextcoyotl_0 wants me to play Tanger's Fizzy with Otterpop by Sean Wasabi. So here we go. Here is Daria Harvest Core. I forgot to change the text. Whoopsie daisy. Harvest X. All right, y'all trying to be funny here, huh? Hold on. Who has the last laugh now? Look at that. Look at that. All right. Look at that. All the characters are there, I think. Hold on. 1, 2, star. Yeah, that's all the characters. All right, that's funny. Here we go. Alrighty. Delete this. I have an idea for the title. Hold on. So we're going to do file, export zip package. Here's what I'm thinking. Alright. I just minimized every single window on my screen. Damn it. Open this, open this, open this, open this, open this. There we go. Nope, not everything. Discord. There we go. Now I've got everything open. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Hear me out. So, I'm just going to do, let's see, is this going to work? I feel like these symbols are probably not going to work on Windows. I was just planning on doing just harvest, something like that. Kind of lame, kind of boring, but gets the job done. Gets the point across, and sometimes that's what matters a little more. The funny you should name it something nonsensical to fit. We harvesting it. No cap should be at the title or something. Oh goody, glad you harvested. In brackets, my ears. Will that work? Oh, that does work. All right, so that is a valid title. That is the name of the mashup now. Alrighty. Delete. Next combo, we got Fizzy and OtterPop. Who requested a next field? I think. Yes. All right. So, are these both? No, they're not. My question was going to be, are they both Sean Wasabi songs? But they're not. Fizzy is made by an artist named Tanger. Put them in channels. Delete these. All right. I don't think I know what either of them sound like. Ooh. 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 Cutie kawaii type beat 2016 future bass era type music type beat kawaii music beats to do video gaming too. All right. All right. Mastered that just a little bit, and then
Smoking all the mangoes, floating in. This is how we.
Now this is the mashup of the summer. What is this? 170? Yep, 170 and 93. 93 is 186. I kind of want, here's what I'm thinking is, well, first of all, are they both C major? I think we should slow down OtterPop. That is my thought process.
This is how we.
Let's just double check it. 93 would be 186. 56. Yep. I then slow it down to 170. Okay, I think the bass lines were just throwing me off. All right, so I'm thinking slow it down, and I want to remove the vocals. Maybe I don't remove the vocals. I think I'm going to extract the vocals. I want a little more control of the vocals. I don't think I want the verses, but obviously if I remove the vocals from the drop, then we're kind of just losing out what makes OtterPop, which is the hook. So we'll see. I guess I also want to remove the bass from OtterPop. I kind of want to use Fizzy as like the main track. That is my vision. And I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This one will be cute. I miss kawaii future bass. Every once in a while, I'm like, I wish we could get like another year of that kind of music. But then like on the other hand, I've not gone out of my way to listen to any of that era of like future bass. Basically since that era ended. So on the one hand, like I'm asking for it, but I'm also, I'm not going out of my way. Like it's not like active. Like I'll be like, man, I missed 2016 Trap, and I will go out of my way to listen to 2016 Trap. But then I'm like, I miss like 2016 Future Bass, but I never go out of my way to listen to 2016 Future Bass. You gotta be in a Kawaii Future Bass mood. That might be the case, yeah. And sometimes sometimes it might also just be a little too cute. Sometimes it's a little too cute where I'm just like, I'm not in the mood anymore. You've lost me. I like when the sound design is cute, but then you do like super like cliche cute vocals, or like just like little few too many anime samples, and I'm like, you kind of lost me there. But like there's a very fine balance. It's an art form, you know. I just miss Future Bass in general. That's a fair take. That is a fair take. I really don't like that. People will be like, we're bringing back Future Bass, and then they just make hard wave, and I'm like, no, man, that's not Future Bass. That's just like very ethereal trap.
We just wanna stay cool.
Okay, I want no bass, and I want. I'm gonna mute the vocals for now. I should probably start the timer. Oh, no, yes, I can. Play, start the timer. Okay, first things first, I'm the realist. Check this and let the whole world feel it. And I'm still in the mood. I just freaking love pulling that song and just out of nowhere in my streams. For no reason other than I was there. All right, let's shrink this. I guess I could do a little bit of vocal. Do I actually have to do anything? Like, I just made it. I just made the mashup. I just gotta do the structuring, I guess. Okay, so that's the drop. The other drop's there. So this is the really long midsection. So I guess I could just... So I guess I'll just duplicate, I suppose. Just make the midsection a lot longer to fit the verse. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a build here, right? I'm probably just gonna reuse the first build because the second drop doesn't really have a build. It just drops. So drop here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an intro. Cut this. Drag that. Actually, just no. Never mind. I'm just gonna do that. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's a fake out here. No, no fake out. We're just gonna drop. We're just gonna jump to it.
This is how we.
What goes on here? Oh, that's where things get a little exciting. All right, hold on. I got 2 minutes. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. We're gonna bring back the fake out. We're bringing back the fake out. We're bringing back the fake out. Delete, drag. There we go.
This is how we.
guess I have to remove all the drums here if I want that to work. How will that sound? I don't really like the drums, I guess, and the second drop, so I think I'm just gonna layer the Sean Wasabi ones. Hold on, I'm gonna go a tiny bit over time, just a tiny bit over time, but trust the process. I want to layer the clap, snare, whatever you call them. I get it. You are ruining the moment. That is not a cute timer. That is not a cute timer. Whoops. I wanna lock back in. OBS, please stop dropping frames. Okay, it's locking back in. All right, it's locking back in. I don't know why I lost connection there briefly, but it looks like we're back. Saved. Saved. There we go. Okay, I think the mashup is done. Oh, I'm gonna stretch. Let me catch up on the chat. Let me catch up. Which is never. I'm always aura farming. Gonna head out. All right, see you later, fan of Portal 2. Fizzy Pop, obviously right. That is a very logical mashup name. Or we Fizzy Otter today. That's also an option. Black Sugar Cutie, you are cool. Heart emoji. Thank you. You are also cool. All right, so this was, let me, whoop, there we go, delete. And this is our mashup of Fizzy by Tanger and Otter Pop by Sean Wasabi featuring Hollis. Before I move on to the next one, I think this might be the last mashup of the stream. So I'm going to close the submissions. The last mashup of the stream after this one is by Angel, who requested Wait For Me, Temnites remix by Chime, with the X-Core remix of Another Day by Modestep featuring Popesca. So Angel, if you're in the chat, let me know. And we're gonna play this out. I'm actually excited. This is a cool idea. I didn't see the vision at first, I will be honest, but I think I see the vision now. I choked.
This is how we
Kawaii desu ne. Sugoi. What's sugoi? I forget what sugoi is. Sugoi? Sugoi. That does not meaning. Sugoi Japanese is amazing, incredible, awesome. Wow. Okay, so literally the word that I was hoping that I was looking for. Sugoi desu ne. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right, so things to note for myself. If I was to finish this intro is too long. I'd cut it in half, or I would just extend Fizzy. Just this part over here, just literally just Sean Wasabi. Other thing is, I don't know if I vibe with the double time section. I wanted to do it for the variety, but I wasn't feeling it. I think if I was to flesh this out, I would just do the second drop of Fizzy, because the second drop of Fizzy was basically the first one, maybe with slight variations. Maybe I'd keep the fake out though. Fake out's kind of fun. But yeah, I like this. Did I save this project? I don't think I have. Zip to package. I like Fizzy Pop. Very logical, very straight to the point. Gets the message across. Very cute. We'll take it. I'd go with Pop Fizzy. I love it. Fizzy Pop makes it sound like the Soda Pop song, so Pop Fizzy is better. Well, I guess I already saved it, so I'm gonna go with Fizzy Pop. My little Fizzy Pop needs a country rhythm. Needs a country rhythm, I think. I don't know about that. Are people still dropping country rhythm in the Big 26? Super Vibe double time feels out of place. I agree. Although I think it's not necessarily the drum, like the fact that it goes double time. I just think it's the synths, I guess you could say. It gets too full. It's no longer minimalistic and cute. It's like trying to energize me when I'm just trying to vibe. So maybe you know, you could double time with it with more chill instruments, but I don't think it was done that well. I'm still waiting for an Angel. They've requested this mashup. Another Day, X-Core remix with Wait For Me by Chime, Temanite remix. Are these both? So it's F minor, originally G minor, but this one is in G sharp minor. All right, so I guess let's see. I'm gonna throw up a timer. Angel, you've got. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Play. There we go. Oh, I did not want that to hide. Angel, you've got 1 minute to pop up. Let's peep this song though. Holy moly. X-Core, man, I wish X-Core kept making music. I mean, I bet they have kept making music, but I guess just not in the circles that I follow. Exactly. It's been ages since I listened to that song. I've never heard the song before, but I've always enjoyed X-Core's takes on music. X-Core was like the hardest like producer at the time. I've heard the Temanite remix, I think. The issue I'd see between these two would be there's triplets, but I don't remember if Temanite has a triplets portion. There's a no Angel in the chat. Okay, it does have triplets. So the idea is there, but there's no Angel, so I am not going to fulfill it. Here's what I will do. I'm going to reopen mashup submissions for, and just in case there's anybody, I'm gonna put a 5-minute timer, and then if there's no last minute suggestions from somebody that hasn't submitted, by the way, then I'm gonna end off the stream. I'll think of something that I can share as a little sneaky peeky as I like to before I end off the stream. What can I share? What have I been working on? The underground video was like the biggest thing that I've been working on. I mean, I really wanted to finish that before my trip, and I'm really glad that I did. Besides that, I have another YouTube video that I would like to. I'm not gonna. Well, You know what I could do? I keep on talking about Megarex in my videos, but not giving any additional context. So I guess I could talk about that a little bit. That could be a little bit fun. Have y'all heard of our Lord and Savior Megarex? Scroll up here. I'm gonna just scroll through my spreadsheet very quickly. But as you, there's a lot of music. Hella music. Keeps going. And this spreadsheet's outdated by like a year. I marathoned every single song and then I stopped. So I gotta catch up. But that's I guess that's my sneaky peeky. That's a video that has been in the works basically since 2022. So I really hope to finish it this year. And once I make the video, you guys will see why it took me 3-4 years, I guess, at this point. It's not, don't raise your hopes, all right? I've not been working on this for 4 years. I just have a very specific vision for how I want to edit the video, and I have not been able to make the video, hopefully until this year. So we'll see. We will see. Waveform is so overpowering. LMAO mastering stream this weekend. That could be. I'm not gonna promise anything, but like I said, I need to make like 60 YouTube shorts. I need to make I need to make 45 YouTube shorts to last me for my whole trip. But obviously, I still have like a week and a bit before I go on the trip. So I got to make like 60 YouTube shorts. So I am definitely going to be going through a lot of my a lot of the older mashups from prior streams. So maybe I'll do a little short mashup remastering stream of some sort. No promises. I do want to stream more this year in general. I have a little bit of more free time to do so, but I'm thinking what I would like to do is to diversify my portfolio, as they say. I used to do gaming streams. I wanna my big stream resolutions, and I'm not talking about like display. I'm just saying like goals. I want to go back on Twitch. I'm gonna multi-stream, but I want to get back on Twitch. Figure out. So apparently YouTube's working on a thing where you can stream vertical. Like you can stream horizontally like this, but then YouTube also has the option where you can select like a third of the screen and it'll also stream it vertically so that people can watch it vertically. So I think it'd be cool to stream onto like TikTok or something. I don't really know. Although I'd probably be like, if you want to submit a mashup, please go to YouTube or something. I don't know. I'm playing with ideas. I'm imagining sauces that you can't comprehend. I keep forgetting how the meme goes. Mixing sauces you can't comprehend with nugs that you can only imagine. I wonder if I can find it. Comprehend. Enter. I'm dipping nuggets you've never heard of into sauces you can't comprehend. That is how the saying goes. You can never understand. That's so hard. I should get that tattooed on my body. Nugs sound good right now? That's what I'm saying. All right. We got one mashup. This is going to be the last mashup. I'm going to end the timer. We got one from Cash Money. So I'm going to close the submissions. This is going to be the last mashup of the stream. And I think this will be a good stream. This will be a very solid, very productive stream. So I did 8 mashups in 2 hours. One every 15 minutes. That's a good pace. I'll take it. Especially with all my tangents and my random shenanigans. All right, so what do we got here? So Cash Money has requested, I don't know how to pronounce that, Alphane by Blank, and March of the Machine by Riot. All right, we'll get these downloaded. TikTok is definitely a choice to stream on. I think that's fair. I have zero expectations for how it would work. If you guys don't know, so I think I've mentioned in a number of streams, I've been uploading shorts content, like on YouTube, but I've also been uploading it to Instagram and, okay buddy, I've also been uploading it to Instagram and to TikTok. I just searched TikTok on TikTok. That is the prime brain function going on right now. I'm looking for the only Pixel 19, enter, there we go. Give me myself. Thank you. Hey, a little bit of a milestone. Apparently, I hit 1,000 likes. Let's go. So I've been uploading the shorts over there as well, and I figure, you know what? Apparently TikTok you can get some big streams on TikTok apparently, so we'll see. But we're working on it. We're spreading our reach. We're crawling into the crevices of the internet. That is what we're doing. So we'll see how it works. But obviously where my heart lies is with YouTube, all right? I'm not going to stream on Kick. I won't do that. Twitch, I'll stream on Twitch. Actually, there's one goal that I have on Twitch, which is that Twitch, so here's a fun fact, I think I mentioned this a few times. Twitch allows you the option of how to get paid for like your subs and like bits. I've never gotten paid because you have to reach a certain threshold. But what Twitch allows you to do is you can request Twitch to pay you via physical check. So I want to receive a check from Twitch. And I think Twitch is holding like $60 of mine. So I would need like eight, I want to say, well, it's not 8 YouTube subs. It would not be 8 Twitch subs because Twitch takes a cut. So I think I need like 15 Twitch subs or something like that. I think it would be a fun little side quest mission to get a Twitch check, and then I would frame it, and then that's it. After that point, I don't really care about Twitch. I'll stop streaming, but it'd be funny. That's like searching for Google in Google. True. I prefer Twitch personally. I think that's fair. Twitch is obviously the better streaming platform, like when it comes to just features and support. I don't like Twitch because of the shenanigans that their staff gets up to. And also, obviously, like my biggest hub is YouTube. But if I was to multi-stream onto Twitch and YouTube, I would just have... So here's the thing, right? There's a terms of service thing that Twitch has. You cannot merge chats, which I think is annoying. So I would just need to have a YouTube chat and then a Twitch window as well, so I could read both chats at once. Type beat. Anyways, I have procrastinated for too long. What have I... Oh, I've been waiting for the songs to download, so I got one. Let me get to the other one. Enter. There we go. That's Wild Lamau. How would they do that? They got to fly a Twitch representative out to you? No, they would just mail it. They would just mail the check. That's what they would do. I like receiving stuff physically anyways. Because, you know, it's nice to have something physically there to look at, you know? The only downside is if I get the check physically, then it's worth no value until I deposit it. But then once I deposit it, I can't keep the check. I guess I could do a digital deposit, right? That's something I could do. So maybe I could deposit it digitally and then frame it. That'd be fun. But it would be neat. That is what I think about it. So I've downloaded the songs. Have I heard Alphany? Is that a Monster Cat song? Excuse me. Yes, it is. March of the Machine. That's probably a recent Good Vibrations one, right?
No, this is the machine. No.
Excuse me. Again. Please don't tell me I have hiccups. Both 145, both D minor. You are giving me a very nice final mashup to end on, and I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Only downside I see is that it's, I guess, triplets. I have a suspicion about something. Hold on, give me a second. Download. Whoopsie daisy. Paste. There we go. That is a much nicer waveform.
What? Yep. Gene is coming.
All right. Mashup is done. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. So it looks like one of these songs is not 145. Which one is it? Oh, it's Riot of the Machine. Machine of the Riot. boop, 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 boop. No, is it 146? Don't tell me it's 146. Ah, my apologies. It is 147. I'm gonna stretch right of the machine. All right. I realized I didn't start the timer, but I'm not too pressed. Let's see. That's the next drop. What if I cut here, shorten this?
You know I'm marching on. Yeah, we machine is coming. Machine is coming.
Oh, it just goes into the next drop from there. It's a little too much.
I took my throne, I need that. Tell the rebels take a brace for the impact. Witness the emergency. Yeah, we marching on. Yeah, we marching on. The machine is coming. What? Time to treat that world. The machine is coming.
So I'm thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking. Sometimes I'll be thinking. We've laid down the structure. I'm only going to go technical with the first drop. I'm not going to go technical with the second one. If I decide to flesh this out, that could be an idea for another time. What I'm thinking is, I need to restructure that. There we go. I'm going to probably employ that one trick that I did on the Sweet and Devil's Den mashup that I did earlier, the Electro House one. I don't know if it's Electro House, but like the AU5, IYFFE, Erratic, Skrillex, and Wolfgang Gartner mashup, that one, where I did a bunch of cuts and then add fades to like give it some rhythmic compatibility. That's what I'm looking for, and specifically I'm looking for the triplet parts. Here it is. All right, so I'm gonna do third beat. There it is. So then I hit him with one of these. Whoop. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Do it again over here. Drag this. Okay, we gotta do hella cutting over here. Hella. How is this gonna sound? This is either gonna be really cool or not that cool. I like it. I don't mind it. Cut, 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 cut. Do it again over here. Okay, we'll do it over here, and then I'm gonna play out the mashup. We're gonna enjoy it, have a good time, be in good company, and that will be the end of another successful Thursday Eastern Standard Time mashup stream. Do that. All right, done. How long is this mashup? This looks like it's a long one. 418, we'll take it. All right, here we go. Oh, I didn't do the text. I didn't do the text. Alphane X, or Alphane X, March of the Machine. There we go. Let me catch up on the chat here real quick. That's my bad. Lol, complete forgot. Riot did a screwy BPM. It's all good. We chilling. Anyways, here we go. I need a mashup title for Alphane and March of the Machine. I guess it would just be March of the Alphane. Is Alphane even a word? Alphane is a bouldering route in Chironico, Switzerland.
I was born inside the ashes, watch me rise above. I'm the prophet bringing progress, yeah, you know I love it. Conquering everything I see in and out of time. I'ma keep on marching on until the world is mine. I'm feeding off your fear, tell them perfection's here. It's time to elevate, I see the path is clear. Time to create a world, one in my own image. It's my time to reign, I can't stop until it's finished. But I promise when it's all said and done, I created a new life you wouldn't even need to show. I'm the one who's piecing it together, keep on holding on. This is the machine, you know I'm marching on. The machine is coming. It'll all make sense soon. Like a hive to its host, one day you'll meet your doom. I'm the past and the present, and I'm the future. Glory and domination, I am your ruler. Taking my throne, I need that. Tell the rebels take a brace for the impact. Witness the emergence, this is the resurgence. The resistance collapse. The war is just a product of the prophecy, but can I rely on the progeny? Cause this is a new world order. Awaken the beast from inside of me. Back to real, no flesh is steel. You stand against me, you'll be killed. No obstruction, pure destruction. Only way the world is healed. If you want to live funny lives, tell them all that the world is mine. Better yet, say the world is ours. Pray the predator to be defeated. You'll be marching on. You'll be marching on. The machine is coming.
and then it goes into the, what is it? This is a seamless album, right? So it just goes into the next song. Something along those lines. This worked really well. This worked a lot better than I anticipated. I hadn't heard the Ride album in a while. Also, I guess I accidentally off-shifted the entire... Well, no, I didn't do it on accident. Oh, I know what I did. So, hold on. Dudes, there we go. I wanted to do that, but I guess because I had it set to a smaller measurement, I offset the entire mashup. I was confused. Anyways, that was cool. I liked it. I think if I was to improve on this, there are a couple parts where I think Alphany, let me see if I can find it, like at the beginning. Like here, right? There's no kick here, but then March of the Machine does. So I will just want to decide better if I want there to be a kick here, then I gotta layer the Alphany kick so that it makes sense, or remove the March of the Machine kick, which I think that'd be reasonable. There's probably some, I don't know, either by stem extraction or there's probably somewhere else in the song where I could find an isolated bass sound to throw in here. So there, and then over here, I think just maybe I'd have to isolate the acapella, at least definitely in this like midsection, and just boost it a little bit because it kind of gets lost. Both songs are so loud. But otherwise, this was cool. This worked, like I said, a lot better than I anticipated. Also, I didn't do anything with the second drop. Definitely some stuff that to be worked on there. What is this? Alphane and March of the Machine. So I'm going to do March of the Alphane, which makes sense because it's a hiking trail of some sort, and you can literally march it. That's what I will say. You could be a radio DJ. I did go to school for communications and radio, so I literally could, and I guess I've done live streaming long enough that I am pretty comfortable when it comes to being on air in front of an audience, even though this is an audience of 5 and not an audience of thousands or whatever in like the actual radio world. I learned something the other day which I thought was interesting. As we know, this is an educational stream, so I cannot end this stream without teaching you guys something. And it is that when it comes to like interviews, what I learned is that the first 5 minutes of like an interview is the most like stressed or nervous that you will be. And then after that, it's like I guess your body kind of like either locks in or relaxes or both. So whenever you're like doing an interview, or like, for example, if you were doing like a radio show or a live stream maybe, you know, just lock in for the first 5 minutes. And then you just kind of, once you pass that 5-minute mark, it gets easier. Which, I've done this for so long that I don't really have that anymore. At least, obviously when I'm doing these live streams, it's very low risk, right? Oh, I'm gonna make a mistake on my own platform, you know, that's fine. But obviously if you're on a, you know, Billboard Top 40 hits radio that's played in downtown Toronto, you know, maybe being a little bit nervous, it makes a little bit more sense. Although also like radio is not it's not like live streaming, just in the sense that like there's a live feed that I have here and then I interact with people. So it might be a little easier. Like you could be broadcasting to thousands of people, but if you're in a room by yourself and you're just saying stuff off the dome, maybe it won't be that bad. I don't think I would make a good radio, only in the sense that I stumble quite a lot. Like I don't think I'm that good of a speaker, because on like live streams like this, I don't feel compelled to speak properly and like correctly, if that makes sense. Like if I stutter, I'll stutter like crazy, and it's just like, well, it is what it is. But then like on the radio, you can't be stuttering. You gotta lock in. You gotta speak in a cohesive way. I don't know. I got that Gen Z speak, you know? Maybe I just gotta wait for more Gen Z to become radio hosts, and then I'll be like, oh, that could have actually been me. But it's all right. You know what they say? I've got a good face for radio. That's a classic joke. The joke is, you say that to people, and then they'll think that they're ugly. Because no one will see you on the radio. Anyways, jokes aside, wait, did I save this? I did save this project. I'm near certain I did, but I don't trust myself. I did. Okay, we're good. All right, stream done, full cam, and that's that. 2 hours and a half. Oh, that was good. This was a good stream. I enjoyed it. We had good requests, good ideas. No thoughts head empty. I'm gonna have a nice dinner. I'm gonna have a nice shower. And next week I'll be back with another stream. I will see if I can do another bonus stream before my trip, and I am gonna make like a YouTube post of some sort. Actually, you know what? Something that I do want to do for YouTube live streaming is I need to add. I mean, no one in the chat right now is a member, so this wouldn't really affect y'all. But I want to add more YouTube emotes, so that's something I'm gonna work on as well. Anyways, enough about me. Enough rambling. I'm headed out. I'll see y'all later. Bye.